So last week I came home from class and I was sitting here doing my homework, and Uncle Wilbert comes in and he says, "I have some bad news for you." Mum had texted him and gave him the lovely parenting privilege of telling me that Shadow had finally passed away. Daddy had to take Shadow to the vet. It was not unexpected. The poor baby's been going to die since September, but it was still hard because I wasn't there, and I wasn't there for Mum, and I wasn't there for Pip, and I felt really bad about that. But we were ready for him to go, I think. Of course, we're never really ready for him to go. And to top that off, the next day I was at uni. I was preparing to talk to my study abroad coordinator, Lauren, and I Skyped Mum just to make sure it would work with the pair of headphones that I had, and I asked her what she's doing, and she says, "I'm recovering because we just had to put licorice down." That was not expected. I was not ready for that. And, well, it was really hard on Mum, I'm sure. I know it was, because Licky was hers. And so one after the other, that was not a good week at all, and I'm really glad that we don't have any other animals that are ready to jump into the pit yet, knock on wood. But that hasn't made anything very happy last week, but I just thought I should put that in here because it was important and it did happen. Even if it is terribly sad and awful. And it made going to the SPCA very interesting because I really needed a cat fix after that week. And I really miss my Sebastian a lot. He's not my cat though. He's still Dad's cat. But I am his lap. So it's been over a month since I left home now, and I realized, and I knew I was going to before I left, that I really, really miss my critters, especially the kitty cats. Although I do miss the Pip-Pip too, because, well, he's my Pip-Pip. And I even miss the big snot of a Boomer. And so a couple weeks ago, I sent an email to the Wellington SPCA, and I signed up for an orientation to go volunteer, and I went there, and I met, after of course we went through the safety briefing and the little quiz thing about everything safety-wise. We had to go through we went on a tour, and I saw some puppies, and they were really cute, and some kittens, and a couple of hedgehogs, surprisingly enough. And I decided I really liked the idea of volunteering for the SPCA, so I signed up for it, and they gave me a Monday morning slot, which is lovely because I don't have anything doing on Monday mornings at the moment. So I have from Monday mornings from 8 o'clock to noon I am at the Wellington SPCA. I've done it once so far, and there was this adorable little kitten. He's missing an eye. I don't remember if it's I don't know if it was really because of procedure or if he was born with it, but he is the friendliest thing. He can't have cage mates because apparently he doesn't get along very well with other cats. But he is so very friendly and adorable and cute, and I'm putting some pictures up on the webpage because, well, he's really cute, and I took him out of the cage and he went up on my shoulder and did the kitten thing on my back, and well, he was really cute and very friendly. But there were also some bunnies, and I managed to hold one of those as well. There's a little grey one about the size of Riptorn, and he was apparently not very happy about being held. I guess he doesn't get held very much, but then neither does my Sindar. So, and they had another one that was apparently going on a field trip to a kindy of incredibly white, fluffy thing, and it was so soft. I mean, possum fur is nothing compared to this bunny, and I'm sure the kindergartners loved him because he was really cute and really fluffy. But it's not very exciting at the SPCA, but it's a lot of fun, and no, I don't mind doing cat boxes and cleaning up the floors. And of course, there's the whole you have to socialize the cats and kittens. It's a terrible chore, but somebody has to do it. They had a couple of guinea pigs come in as well today, or on Monday, but apparently those were being adopted right away. Somebody was on the waiting list for guinea pigs, and I heard Tracy calling as soon as she got them settled, so they are probably not going to be there when I go next Monday. Which will be sad because I like guinea pigs, but they're kittens. Lots of kittens. There's so many kittens. But there are also a lot of cats, like actual big fluffy cats, including one of them named Boots, who was really, really skinny. Reminded me of Bones almost, but actually skinny. But he's 11 years old, so it's not really surprising. There was another one called Betsy. There's also a kitten named Betsy who came in that day, but different cat. Betsy the cat was really friendly and very demanding on you. You walk into the area she's in, and she's, excuse me, you will pet me now. Excuse me, you will pet me now. Excuse me, you will pet me now. Why aren't you petting me? Don't pet me there. And she also likes to sit there on top of this perch they have and look in at the window of the prep room where the sink and stuff is, and she just stares at you like, I'm watching you humans. I'm watching you. But she's really friendly, so that was nice. All in all, it was a pretty fun day, and it was an excellent bike ride getting there, although it took me a couple tries to find the best way to get up. Google wanted me to go upstairs the first time. I was like, what? I don't want to go upstairs, Google. I'm not going to bicycle upstairs. But then I realized it was only about 20 stairs, so I was like, walk the bike up the stairs, right on the path after that. So Uncle Wilbert is a ballroom dance teacher. He teaches and participates in a studio not too far from here. And after he fell off his bicycle a couple weeks before I got here, he hadn't been dancing for a few weeks. So last week was his first week back, and this week it's Tuesday. He offhandedly asked if I was going dancing tonight, and I said yes. He was kind of surprised. I think he wasn't quite expecting me to go right away, but he said okay, and so we went. It's like just right over there, actually, right that way. It's in a church that I walk past every day on my way to Vic. And we learned 2 dances. Well, we didn't learn. They probably already knew them, but it's at least partially. The one was the evening 3-step, which is a circle dance where you change partners. And there's apparently a more tricky part that George, the main instructor, didn't teach us. But we did pretty well in that one. I managed to mess up at least once with everybody in the circle, I think. So mostly the spinning, because it's 1, 2, 3, touch, forward, and then you spin 2, 3, touch, spin 2, 3, touch, back 2, 3, touch. And every time we went forward, I wanted to go back immediately instead of doing the spin off to the side. Which apparently is, I'm blaming German circle dance for that, because that's where I learned all that. And after that, we split into groups. Uncle Wilbert took the silver bar, which is like way up there. George took the regular silver, and Ekarin took the bronze. There were 2 of us. Bronze is utter beginner, so, well, that's me because it's my first night dancing. And we were taught the cha-cha, which was a lot of fun, actually. I mean, my biggest problem apparently is that my legs are too long. Not that my legs are too long, it's just that my steps are too big. So I'm constantly, when I sidestep, when I cha-cha to the side, I take too long of steps. And so I take up too much room, and so I can't do it really fast, which apparently is what you're supposed to do. So I get to learn how to take really tiny steps, which I've been teaching myself not to do for a really long time now. So it's kind of just like, wait, but my legs are yelling at me like, we're supposed to be taking long strides. And apparently, according to Ekarin, if I was doing like regular ballroom dancing, the way you think of ballroom dancing, long strides is really good because you can travel really far. But on the cha-cha, it's a really fast, short, and concise dance. So you don't really want to be traveling really far. So I have to learn how to do that. But it was a lot of fun, and I very much enjoyed it, and I'm hoping to go whenever I can.